Hi, it's Ronnie, and welcome to Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches. I am going to scrap this photo of my granddaughter Hope, and she has a fairy tale kind of sort of background. And she has a dress on that my daughter got her. She got her two for Daddy Daughter Day, and this is where she was trying one of them on and said she felt like a princess. So yeah, I'm going to scrap it, and I'm going to go with the fairy tale theme. I'm using Echo Park Perfect Princess. And this is a sketch that we will be using today. And I did do some things in advance, so that's why this part here before I do the voiceover part. I thought I might try to use one of them. There's one with a castle and one with a crown. And the sketch has something above the photo. I thought maybe I'd use that right there. Not as long as that. I pulled out these glittery thickers because, you know, her dress is so pretty and shiny. And I have these Spellbinders Eekaboo dies plus these star dies. I believe these were Freckle Fawn. Let me see if I put the thing on the back. Yeah, Freckle Fawn. I tore up the paper, so I just, no, it's Lawn Fawn. I scribbled it out and wrote Lawn Fawn because it's not Freckle Fawn. And I did these circles already. I use my Creative Memory circle cutters. I used this one for the larger one, and I believe I used the red and the green, but then I gutted them, so I used the blue also so I could do the gutting. And I gutted this one too, but since I wanted to put it on foam tape, I cut a couple extra white circles to make it firmer. And I used this one and used the outside. This one I used the inside, and this one I used the outside. But that is it for the prepping. Oh, and this is my background, and it is Echo Park, and it is the Perfect Princess. But to get started on the rest of the layout. Okay, so this is going to be a little bit longer video. And I didn't mention who made the sketch for today, and her name's Brenda Ragsdale. I am making that Eekaboo little figure, and since there's none for a princess, I'm going to make the little dress, and I'm going to try to make it a little bit like the one that Hope has on in the photo. When I first cut out the body, I made it the lighter color, but then I decided I needed to have it the same color as the dress. And I'm taking my 3/8 inch punch because this is pretty tiny and making a collar. The one in the photo straight across, and I did make it curved, but I decided that it would probably be easier on me to have it curved just because I wasn't sure where to cut it off at. It would have been great if I'd had maybe some mirrored blue cardstock or even a glitter one that wasn't super heavy that I could work with because I am making layers. But I decided to use this, well, it's kind of a mint color instead. It's not exactly at all like the one in the photo, but I thought I'd go ahead and go, and I ended up using it as the layers in my circles too. I needed a neck since I cut the collar down a little bit. So I'm just freehanding it and making it fit in that area right there. I am inking the neck with, well, it's, what is it? Parchment, close to my heart, parchment ink. And the ink that I'm using on the dress itself is called Lagoon, and it's close to my heart also. I didn't want the dress to come just straight down and be kind of plain. I thought I'd give it some, well, I don't know if you'd call them pleats because that wasn't exactly what I was thinking of. I just wanted it to look more flowy, I guess. It's kind of hard to do with cardstock, but I decided to make the pleats, I guess, to take the flowing's place. So there will be three parts to the skirt. Now, I said that this little doll is kind of on the small side. However, before the layout's over, I'm going to think she's awful big. She isn't fitting exactly where I wanted her to fit and look quite like I wanted her to look. I am going to have problems on where to put her once I get her made. Since I was making the skirt, I cut her waistline down. However, I think I could have got by with not doing that once I get the rest of the pieces on here. But yeah, I cut them down to start with. But if you were to make this, you have an Eekaboo die set at home, you wouldn't have to really. It's going to get covered up. In my picture of Hope, she is barefooted, so I freehanded a couple of feet. But there is little boots with the die cut, so you could just use them. I'm just going to glue them on the bottom, and she has one foot up in the photo a little higher than the other one. So I'm trying to do that without making them look too funny. I put what would be her left foot down farther, but changed it because it looked kind of funny and put it back up a little higher. And the arms, I'm putting them on the opposite side that they belong because in the photo, Hope's hands has her thumb grasping the edge of the material. So to do that, I had to put them opposite or else turn them upside down. And, they have that edge from getting cut. So I just put them on the opposite sides. The dress has like a shawl to go with it, a really pretty satiny looking shawl. She looks so cute in it. She does not end up wearing it to the daddy daughter dance. I don't think. I think the photo. Well, she might have wore it and took it off, but the photos I have of her doesn't have her with it on. So the only way that I could have her with it on was to do this photo. And this photo is the one that she said she felt like a princess when she put that dress on. She tried both dresses on and she liked the other one, but she loved this one because it made her feel like a princess. It might have had a lot to do with the shawl. I don't know. But she sure does look cute in it. A lot cuter than my little doll here when I get done with it. But I thought it'd be fun to make it and that she would enjoy it on the layout. Now, if you don't have this die set, if you don't have this die set and want it, the other day when I looked on Spellbinders, they had it for $10. So that's really good. And right now they're having a buy one, get one free sale, but it's a special list, which is awesome dies. And you could like get the buy one, get one, plus add this for $10 and have it to use because it does have a lot of accessories. So you wouldn't have to necessarily make everything that goes with the little figure. But you'd still have the opportunity to customize if you needed to. I'm going to make her hair dark because, of course, Hope's hair is dark brown. And my camera's going to cut off, so you will not be able to see the 100% of it. You will see most of it, though. I think it was just some gluing down that gets missed. And here I started put that one piece on and decided I wanted the other piece to go kind of under it. And so yeah, it got done without the camera being on. And here I'm gonna put some hair to one side and have it go behind her shoulder. And then the other side have it go in front, just like Hope's picture. Well, maybe not just like it, but as close as I can get. And I had lots of brown scraps in my bag. Little ones, not very big ones, but I didn't have any chocolate brown. I had just used it till there was no using it anymore and had to order some. And so here I had 12 by 12 sheets and had to cut into a 12 by 12 sheet to make her hair. But when I did it, I thought, well, what am I going to use it for anyway? Generally, all I use it is for die cutting. So it's not going to make no difference that I cut into it or not, while I was biting the bullet and doing it. Because y'all seen how little that square was. I am using my white gel pen and putting some highlights on here, and then I'll be done with her. But I have one more thing to make before I start my layout, and it's going to be a little star shaker. While I was doing the highlights, I realized I had never put the waistband on the waist of the dress. And since it's part of the mechanics kind of where I put those layers there, and it don't look too bad considering sometimes it does look worse. I could have maybe left it since, I didn't even notice it at first, but I had to go ahead and make a waistband and stick it in there. And my fingers are so big and she is so little. I had to use my tweezers on it. This is the star die that I showed earlier that is Lawn Fawn. And I'm putting pink vellum on it. And then I did a background with the dark pink and I made it a little bigger. I just freehanded it and I am going to lay the two together. I cut a thinner strip of the foam tape to start with so that I could just kind of go around there. And all I'm going to do is, well, I'm putting powder on it first to get the static away and not have the edges sticky on the foam tape so that they can move freer. Not that they'll do much moving after they get on my layout, but that's the idea behind it. And the sequence mix that I'm using is from Prima. And I've had a long time. I thought I'd ordered 2 bags when I ordered, and they were humongous compared to usual sequence bags. So I shared with some scrappy buddies and still have plenty. But yeah, it's like one of my favorite sequin mixes because it's so bright and shiny. I On the sketch up there, you'll notice a banner going down through there. Well, instead of the banner, I thought I would have the wand with the star, and it's going to be angled, so it's not going to be as straight as the banner. At first, I thought it would and have it come down behind the photo, but it was going to look kind of funny, I thought, that way, so I laid it kind of crossways instead. And that strip there, I almost threw it away, and I thought, I might need that for something. And I mean, it wasn't 5 minutes later I thought about doing the wand, and ta-da, I needed it for something. Now this castle, I cut it all apart so that I could have it more dimensional and put foam tape behind the two front towers. And I did all that before I ever decided to make the little girl. So I had it planned for it to go on the layout. And yeah, now I don't know what to do with the little girl. See, she's a lot bigger than I thought. Yeah, I thought I'd kind of put her in front of the castle, but no matter where I was putting her, she didn't look very good after all. I had her pictured maybe half an inch shorter or something. I don't know. And then that other place was pretty good. I liked it pretty good. But then I thought, where am I going to put my title? I had it planned to put my title there. So I'm putting it up above the photo, but that is not where I like it. I, the more I look at it, the less I like it. So if y'all have any suggestions where to put her, I considered putting her on the bottom left by the photo and put something there with her so she wouldn't be hanging in midair. But, because it does have a flower there on the original sketch, she could take the place of the flower. But I couldn't think of anything to put with her so that she wouldn't be hanging in midair. So she's up there for now. If anybody's got any good ideas, let me know. I'm so sure she'd fit in front of the castle that I put liquid glue behind the ones that are against the two on the right, the farthest right and left. And then those letters did not stick at all with the glitter. So I had to put liquid glue behind them. So those are not optional places. Uh, yeah, I'm kind of left at wondering. But while I'm doing my butterflies, I want to mention that down there below you'll find the links to everybody that's doing Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches. Some will be doing it every day, which is totally awesome. And some will be doing it the days they can, which is totally awesome too, because it does take time to get these layouts done and the videos done too. And so, yeah, kudos to everybody that get any done. But yeah, I'm adding the Martha Stewart punch, a very old Martha Stewart punch, with the butterflies. And instead of putting the flower down on the bottom left, and there was a couple of flowers in the collection that I could have fussy cut out or had the sticker or whatever. But I decided just to go ahead and do the butterflies just in case I figure out something to do there. Yeah, I thought, well, if I put the butterflies, they'll be easy to go over the top of or even leave the couple at the bottom. I don't know. But any ideas would be appreciated. Because after I made her, I did want her on the layout. I didn't want to forsake her and leave her over there to the side. But yeah, if you leave a comment down there below, I'll try to get back with you. And if you like the video and hit a thumbs up, I'd appreciate that too. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, I would love for you to be subscribed. And those of you already are, thank you so much. But there's my little girl. And yeah, see what I meant about her skirt. They kind of look like pleats, but you know. And there's Hope, and she's so cute. She does look like a princess, don't she? But I hope you all have a happy, scrappy week. Have fun on the hop. Bye.